Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Eric. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Eric,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with App Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Eric?
Kelly.
Rick.
And Robert.
And this week we watched Scary Movie 2, directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans, written by Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, and Buddy Johnson, starring Anna Faris, Marlon Wayans, and Anthony Acker. Who the fuck is Anthony Acker? Who is that in this movie? I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, because he's
I'll
nobody.
have to look it up.
There's a Masterson, 3 chicks, 2 Wayans brothers, Tim Curry, and then that one guy. That's
Is he the
something or
glasses
other.
guy? No.
Glasses. No, that's David Cross or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
David
right.
Cross.
My bad.
Anthony Acker is just he's one of the fucking Exorcist party goers in the very beginning. Why the fuck is he these fucking idiots on IMDb? I swear
Yeah,
to
I've
God.
been in this movie for 2 minutes. Let's put myself at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
Okay.
wrote this fucking this
IMDb.
sheet, so he paid Amazon whatever money it was to get IMDb Plus or whatever the fuck you need for this. IMDb synopsis: 4 teens are tricked by a professor into visiting a haunted house for a school project. So what do you guys think?
So this movie is far more ridiculous than I originally remembered it being.
Yeah.
Right? Or a grown up, I guess.
Yeah. It's been quite a few years since I've last actually seen this scary movie, but honestly, as horribly stupid as this movie is, it still makes me laugh like
Sure,
a
they're
fucking child.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
There's
this
some
is
funny
one of
bits
the
in there.
I feel like this is one of the last like old school parody movies that were still like in general good across the thing.
Parody.
There are some all right ones that came out after this, but for not scary movies, but parody movies that came out after this, but they were more not good. Like they had, I don't know how to say it. Like they had a couple of good parts in them, where this one is pretty much good through the whole thing. It's funny, I think, through the whole thing. And like, I don't know, there's like the superhero movie and things like that they had parts that were funny, but they just weren't that great.
Yeah, they didn't pull it off like Scary Movie 2 did.
That's why I'm hoping like the new Naked Gun movie is good, but I don't know. We'll see.
Is Leslie Nielsen going to be in it?
Liam Neeson's is going to be in it.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
I
Yeah.
think I'm thinking of. So the movie that there was like a movie like series or whatever that was
my
similar
gosh.
to this at the time. Was it not another teen movie, or they
Yeah,
did parodies too, right?
So it's the same. I think they came after this though, or they came out
Right,
around
yeah.
the same time. And those ones, that's one of the ones I'm talking about. Like it had some good parts in it, but I think it wasn't mostly that great. It was just kind of like off the wall.
Mhm.
Like let's do an off the wall joke. They didn't have like a real good through. Not that this had a great through story either, but still it was better than the other ones. You know.
It had more of a obvious. Oh, that's obviously from that movie. You
Yeah,
know, right? And rather the other one's just like a parody
Yeah.
over teen movies in general. I think.
Yeah, let's throw as many dumb fucking jokes as we can at the audience over and over, and it wasn't even like well thought out. I think like Naked Gun did a good job of being like, you know, the jokes were pretty well thought out most of the time. So, and
Yeah.
this one, I think is funny. It's getting definitely into the more dumb shit, but you know, I still enjoyed it. But then you watch things like, you know, not another teen movie. I think there was a movie called The X Movie or something like that, or Movie 23. Those things are all just, there is
Oh yeah,
a
movie
couple of
23 was definitely a weird one.
yeah, there's a couple of funny things in it, but in general, it's not a good movie to watch. It's not that fun to watch. It's just like
Yeah.
we're gonna throw as much stupid, ridiculous shit at the wall, and you guys are gonna laugh or you're not gonna laugh. I guess I don't know. We'll see. So, and it's just I don't know. This is like one because I don't remember Scary Movie 3, but it probably wasn't good, right?
I don't think
I
it
don't think it
was.
was.
Wasn't that the one, the whole like Children of the Corn and shit there with the aliens that pee out their fingers? Wasn't that 3?
Signs, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, movie
No,
40.
that's 5.
Was that?
I'm pretty sure because we watched. I think we watched Scary Movie 5, and it had Charlie Sheen, and they did the signs thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen in it.
Yeah, with that other fucking old guy in there. Oh, what the fuck's his
Three
The
name?
lady
also
with the
has-
hat that just kept getting bigger every time.
Yes.
That was funny.
Yes, every scene that she's in, her hat brim gets a little bit fucking
Yeah.
larger and larger. Like at first you don't notice it until like near like the fucking like one of her last scenes where that shit's just ridiculously fucking huge, and you realize her hat's been getting bigger every fucking time they show her.
Hey guys, that was Scary Movie 3.
Okay.
No, really?
Charlie
Oh.
Sheen and the lady with the huge hat.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell's 5?
I could find
Hey,
it. That's
shit
the
show?
Paranormal Activity one, wasn't it? I think Paranormal Activity was Scary Movie 5.
Simon Rex actually has.
Was this the one with Doofy?
No, that
that's
was the
number
first one.
This
Oh,
is 2013. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nefarious Demon. They're showing like There's a preview right there.
Yeah, it's a Paranormal Activity one is number 5. So we've watched 3 and 5 then for the podcast, I'm assuming? 'Cause I don't think we've watched 1, right?
We have not watched one
Uh,
because it wasn't in the show notes. We did that. We looked for it last week.
Yeah.
leave me alone. I'm cleaning my room.
Yeah.
Eh. That Doofy, what a character.
But yeah, I mean, this one I think is before it went real bad, but it was funny. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think all the, not being able to walk jokes to David Cross and the fucking, give yourself a hand jokes to Chris Elliott.
Mhm.
It's funny as fuck. So
Andy Richter at the beginning saying the N word.
yeah,
Well,
that
like I
was
said, he-
fucking.
You could
Funny.
say it because of who wrote it. That's all. You know.
Oh, they gave him a pass. I don't think that works that way. I think that's a myth.
I mean, isn't Andy
don't
Richter
know.
a ginger? Doesn't that work now? Yeah,
That's
fine.
true.
Oh yeah, they love gingers. No, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah,
They like them.
they've been adopted.
Does that mean Ricky can give you a pass?
No.
That's exactly
No.
what that means. Yeah.
That's a
No.
secondhand pass.
It is. It is.
Well,
It's
I
a
mean, if
secondhand
he's
pass.
one of them
I
now,
have red hairs in my beard. Does that count?
Doesn't
No.
count.
Nope.
Doesn't count
Why does that not count?
because you're not a ginger.
It takes more than
People aren't gonna
got a
look at
few
you
red
and
hairs?
be like, look at that soulless fucking ginger, like they do to me. If you don't, if you don't have that kind of
Ricky, you
reaction
could dye
for
your hair
people,
brown and people would still say that.
that's how much of a ginger I am. It doesn't matter
Oh.
what I do. People know I'm a ginger. All right.
Eric,
So
I'm
it's
pretty sure you're not gonna get fired for saying it, so you can just go spit that shit out willy nilly.
Ricky, did you like James Woods in the very beginning? of this
Steve,
movie?
you don't get a pass. You're definitely gonna get fired.
I wouldn't say it even if I got a pass. It's fine.
yeah.
I have no reason. Did you like James Wood in the very beginning of this movie? Yeah, he's
He
he's
should
the
be
old
in more
priest.
stuff.
He should be in more stuff.
Oh, that's right. He
He
was,
should be in
wasn't
way
he?
more stuff.
He was.
He's
wasn't
over there like,
he?
and then she's like, hey, and he's just like, oh, okay. I'm like, we need this guy in more stuff. He needs to be acting in more things.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but the thing is that he even admits that he's just absolutely the worst person to have to work with. Like, he full on admits, like, no, like, if I weren't so impossible to work with, I would have been bigger and gotten more roles. It's like, but I'm an asshole. Like, and I am impossible to work with. It's like, so that's why I don't work as much as I could. Because people don't want to work with me. Like, he's smart enough to realize and admit He is an impossible prick to work with.
He's only in
You
8
guys
episodes of Family Guy. I feel like he's in more.
Well,
Guys, we need a movie with James Spader and James Woods as a either. I'm thinking buddy criminals.
Just two huge
Where they're
assholes.
two horrible pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would be amazing. I feel like they could do like. I think I made you guys watch Trading Places, and they had the two rich guys
Yeah.
that made the bet about Dan.
Mhm.
They could do something like that, except be more on the on the front lines
Yeah.
because they're both super smart. That would be a great movie. Or they could do. I mean, they could have been Sherlock Holmes and the other guy.
And Watson?
No,
Or
Moriarty.
Moriarty? Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, what? I mean, there's they both play characters that are owned by Disney, so you know, you've got James Woods is Hades and Spader is fucking Ultron, so they could somehow be in there that way. Because James Woods still plays Hades no matter what. If you have a fucking thing for Hercules or Hades anywhere and in Disney stuff, he plays the voice. It doesn't matter what it is. He's in all of the fucking video games. It's not like Tom Hanks, who has his brother play Woody and everything that's not a movie. James Woods just plays Hades and anything that Hades is in. So
video games, movie, whatever it is, he plays Hades.
He was like in the TV show, like the Hercules TV show that they had, I think. Didn't they have a TV show? I feel like they had a TV show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a thing.
They had a TV show for all those fucking cartoons.
Oh god, yeah,
movies. So.
He just didn't give a fuck. He's just like, "Yep, I'll do it."
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he really enjoyed playing the character.
Yeah.
So
Like honestly, like after like how long he's been playing Hades, it's kind of like hard to like think of anyone else voice acting that character.
well, it'd be
now.
weird to see that character and it'd be not him. So.
Yeah, because like if
Wait,
if,
who is it? James Woods?
Yeah, James Woods. Yeah. Like if Hades had any other different voice, it'd be like, okay, that's not Hades. That is not Hades' voice.
Yeah.
Like
So
James Woods' voice
lives in
is
my
Hades
brain
now.
as two characters. He plays a movie where he's a vampire hunter. He's that, and at the same time, he's the piece of shit from Casino.
Yeah.
And where he plows Ace Rothstein's wife and then demands she gives him money, and she does. So he's a paid hooker.
And his name is Lester Diamond.
Yeah. So
for me, it's Family Guy, his 8 episodes in that, and in Hades. And I didn't really like Hercules movie, but Hades is fucking awesome. So, and then
I don't think I've ever seen the Hercules movies.
No, I mean, there's only one, but it's not great. It's not one of the really good fucking Disney movies.
Well, that's because he's a shit character. It should be Thor.
They should have made a Thor one,
That would be
like a fucking Norse mythology
that
one
is-
instead.
Have you fucking read Norse mythology?
Yes,
that's
I
why it
have.
would be great. Kids
Like,
would get to know
There
the
is
real
no way that shit's getting passed as a kids movie.
There's plenty of ways. There's no way fucking Greek or
we watched
Roman
Predator
mythology
as
would have
kids.
been.
Yeah, the Greek and Roman mythology, you just gloss over like the
The bestiality
unwanted
stuff.
that and the
the great thing.
the non-consensual the wrestling, I guess. All that stuff, you just gloss over it. And then like the murdering too. But like
Yeah,
Norse
so
mythology,
the same stuff with
it's
Norse
just-
mythology.
it's all murdering though.
Yeah, so is all the other stuff. It's always fighting with all the gods. It doesn't matter which ones they are.
It's fighting, but like with the Greek mythology, at least they're like not like with Hercules, he's out there killing monsters, that are like definitively monsters, not like Thor who's out there killing Jotuns, which are just like the same thing as the gods, but in the wrong clique.
Yeah.
Basically, because that's what they are. It's like, oh, they just like came to being at the same time, and it's like Thor or Odin and his boys went this way, and the Jotuns went that way, and they're like, we're gonna fuck you idiots up now.
I mean, they
Like,
made comic books and
the o-
shit with the Marvel stuff, so they definitely could just do the same thing if they wanted to do animated stuff. You
Yeah.
you do that kind of stuff. It's it's not impossible to do that with Norse mythology,
I
just
don't
like
know.
they did it with everything else.
I
So.
guess they could just not make it a kids movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
they
wouldn't.
should just
Back
go
in the day, you wouldn't
hardcore.
get an. Back in the day, you wouldn't get animated without it being, or you wouldn't make an animated adult one unless you were doing fucking heavy metal or some shit like that. And then, like Eric said, hardcore. So it's just giant
Fuck
boobs
it. Quit
everywhere.
babying
And
these fucking kids. I think it might be good for them to know what could happen. Like, how
Yeah.
many kids have even been hit at this point? There's way less than there was. Do you know? All right, now just bear with me for a second. I
I
realize
don't
that
know
like
if I want to. I don't know if I want
hitting
to.
a kid for
I
no
feel like
reason
we're going
sucks.
in a bad direction.
It's
I don't
What
feel like
happens when they turn
we're going
18?
there.
We are
I-
going in a bad direction.
What happens
and
when
the
they
bad
turn
direction
18?
is not hitting
That's
the
all I'm
kids.
gonna say. Like when you've never been hit before, and then you turn 18 and you're mouthing off to a cop, that's a bad situation. Things are gonna go away that you didn't even know was possible. I think there's gonna be
You know
kids
what?
that are actually
You know what? I'll
scarring.
go one further than you. I
Like
just
it's
don't
like a
want to see
peanut
those
allergy.
fat little shits screaming in fucking Walmart. Like, I just don't want to see that. Just fucking give them a pop. I've offered people my belt when their kid was getting out of hands. We're like, hey man, do you need to borrow this? It's
The kid's like, my pants aren't falling down. I mean, at this point, I've seen people that won't even take the candy out of their kid's hand when they're misbehaving.
Yeah.
What are they kids? Not. Oh, I don't have to say their name. Anyways, there's a kid I'm familiar with. Stories of. He gets sent to school with bags of candy
Oh.
for his lunch. And he does not sit down in class or behave himself at all. And I'm like, how does that work? It just doesn't make any sense to me. That's why we need James Woods to scare the shit out of him. Well, he can be Loki and just scare the dog shit out of him.
Oh yeah, that's another one. They can't have that. Like, I wouldn't want to watch that shit. Loki's like, oh, I'm gonna transform into a donkey so I can get smashed. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's like,
I completely
dude.
forgot about Loki.
It's like everything
He
he does.
kind of turns all that to a really dark place.
Yeah.
I don't know why Thor doesn't just kill him. Do you think Thor secretly thinks it's funny, like the shit he does?
When it's
I
not
don't know.
happening to Thor, I think
to
so.
Thor or Thor's wife, then
Yeah.
yes, he's pretty fucking just like, okay, that's kind of amusing. You know, when
What did
Thor's
he
not
do
out
to
there
Thor's
getting
wife
drunk, killing
again?
giants.
Took her hair.
Yeah,
He stole her hair.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, made her bald and pissed him off royally. He was
Got her
And he
drunk
was-
and shaved her head, I guess.
and he was planning on killing Loki right then and there, but then Loki convinced them to allow him to, make up for it, and that's when he tricked the master craftsman into making, a wig and Thor's hammer along with a few other things there for the other gods. And that's how Thor's wife got golden hair and how Thor got his hammer.
Fucked up hammer too.
A fucked up hammer. Because Loki was biting the dude's fucking eye, so he wasn't able to forge the handle of the hammer as long as it was supposed to be. Because Loki had transformed
How
into like
does
a
he
horsefly.
not just get killed?
It's
Like,
all right. Well, then they at some point they trap Loki underground with the fucking venom and shit, pouring into him and shit, so he's like forever tortured.
Or at least like exile him to hang out with the Jotuns. He can be on B team,
Yeah.
Just
Well,
be
they
like,
also
"Yeah."
did. Well, they also did kind of like. Well, I guess his own schemes kind of did it, but the other gods kind of like pushed him towards having to go out there and take it up the butt from a giant horse. Like they did do that to him too. So like the gods have gotten their revenge a few times on Loki and humiliated the crap out of him.
Hey, Odin got a sweet ass horse out of that. So.
He did. Loki's baby horse.
Oh my
Loki
god.
give birth to that?
Yeah.
Like her
I
a butt
forgot
horse?
about that.
He gave
It's
birth to
so weird.
Sleipnir. Yeah.
Yeah. After
Like,
he took
there's
up the
a
butt
horse?
by a giant horse.
Whatever those dudes were fucking smoking when they came up with it, like holy fuck.
You're like, you
You
really
ever
should
think
listen
L.
to
Ron
the fucking
Hubbard got
mythology of
jealous
this.
of like the better stories?
Hmm?
Is that
Because
why
like
he
I've heard
made
the
like alien
Scientology
story shit?
stories,
Yeah.
and the Scientology are so much worse than this. I mean, it would have been so much better if he's like, wouldn't it be funny if he just straight up copied it? Just went full Bungie, copied the art, the story, the whole fucking works.
Did the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do that. They stole it from me preemptively. They only knew
Or
part of the
he,
truth.
he could say it was like the true story or some shit. Anyways, he copied a bunch of shit from other things though.
Yeah.
Like a whole
Well,
bunch. Apparently you have to be at a high enough level to learn about Xenu and the space alien shit.
do you imagine watching the South Park episode when you're like 15 and then you grow up and you donate like millions of dollars and then you find out that's what they tell you and you're like, what? This is the actual fucking son of a bitch. Damn it.
South Park didn't steer me wrong here. Fuck. I
Son of
thought
a
these
bitch,
guys
they were
joking.
lying.
South Park will never steer you wrong. It's the most accurate news you will ever come across. Like, let's be real
You're not
here.
wrong.
South Park is far more accurate than any fucking news station you will ever fucking watch nowadays. Like when they do an episode about something, you bet your ass that those two did serious fucking research into that fucking topic before they made that episode. Like they know what the fuck they're talking about. It may be fucking satirical as hell, but mixed throughout all the fucking jokes, it's all fucking true.
So,
Like,
did you guys like the bit? Which bit did you guys like the best in this? I found the baby hand, the little hand, to be my favorite part of the show. That and actually the two guys, because the other guy going, "No, I can do it." When she's like, "Yeah, I'll take care of something for you," and he's like, "No, I can do it."
Uh-huh.
And he
Yeah.
proceeds to hammer himself right in front of her. I'm like, "What the fuck?" That's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's that whole dinner scene. It's just funny as fuck. My germs.
Yeah.
Like what the absolute fuck, dude.
He's
Like
hanging out the
obviously
fucking
he was
window.
gonna do that.
Yeah, hanging out the window. Take my small hand.
Take my small
No, I don't want to. Give me your other hand. I don't want to touch that thing.
hand.
It's not strong enough.
I can't feel my legs. You couldn't feel them before.
That
Oh man.
was a
Dude.
pretty sweet movie. Danny Masterson. Nope, that's not his name. The other Masterson kid.
The one that
Yeah.
shot in
Maybe
jail?
he might have learned that move from his brother, where he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die if you don't take it in your hand."
So I think my favorite scene was the whole scene where what's her face poops in the cat's litter box and pisses the cat off and they get into an epic fight. That's the like starts fighting the cat off with the broken bottle.
was pretty
And she
funny.
starts screaming like, "Help! My pussy's trying to kill me!" It's like, what the fuck, dude?
That was pretty good.
I can't really think of a certain favorite part. Like, I mean, I laughed, but I wasn't like, oh, this
Yeah.
seems,
Yeah.
stuck out. Still thinking on
yeah.
that. So far, it was.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
like,
I literally only watched this movie one time, and it was a long time ago, like 20 some years ago. So
yeah.
it took me a while to go. Did I even see this, or is it just through like memes and references throughout the years that I'm
That,
familiar
like,
with
yeah,
this?
yeah.
And I'm like, no, I think I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It was just like one of those one-time things.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
Shorty shows Cindy how to fucking be all gangsta and she steals that girl's
Oh, I
jacket.
know. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Well, that's from that movie Save the Last Dance. I saw that in
Yeah.
theaters. Where
yeah.
I forgot his name. That one dude was teaching Julia Stiles how to dance because she was like a Juilliard ballet trainer, training
Yeah.
dance. What am I trying to say? Trained dancer. There we go.
Yeah. And then she was
he's like,
learning
you
how
just gotta
to
let loose.
do
Yeah.
fucking break dance and shit or whatever the fuck it was. Street dancing. What the hell was it called? Was that? It's not break dancing. It's something else, right?
I think we
What
know
was
what
the
you're
movie?
saying. You don't have
Yeah.
to continue.
Yeah. Well, I did like how they had it. They did throw other like movie references in there, non like horror. You know, just like things that were like, we got to make fun of this, like with like the tornado coming through the place with the cow and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that is
for
one
sure.
thing that I always liked about the scary movies. Like, even though they're just these movies are like my version of Steven's stupid, ridiculous movies that he fucking finds hilarious, even though most of us are like, those are just stupid. Like these are the movies where I'm like, yeah, I know they're stupid, but I still find them fucking hilarious, and it's mainly because they throw in all these different references to other like obscure movies and things like that in there and make fun of this shit there. And I don't know, like I've always found them just fucking hilarious how they just throw the random shit in there. Like you never know what the fuck you're gonna get with the next scary movie or the next scene in one of the scary movies. You're like, what the fuck are they gonna do now? Like you have no fucking idea. You cannot track that storyline. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Well, after
next.
this, a whole lot of garbage is what you get.
No, yeah, unfortunately, but there were still a lot of funny scenes in them. Even though the overall story was pretty trash.
Yeah.
They could just go through Family Guy episodes and just steal their references.
I think that's why Ricky feels smart, is because he knows the references from Family Guy episodes.
Exactly.
And he's like, I'm so fucking smart. Everybody says Family Guy's stupid, but this is like obviously pretty good.
Like Family
Look
Guy
at all
made
these references I get.
Yeah, Family Guy made all the references, and he's like, "Oh, this is from what movie? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll watch a movie." Because they did so much.
Well, most of the time, I don't even have to watch the movie because they've referenced them so many different times.
Yeah.
This is what Ricky does. He has like a database that he goes through and goes, give me all the clips for the movie we're watching this week. And then that's what he talks about during the podcast. He doesn't watch the movie. He just watches the clips from Family Guy.
I'm not going to say you're entirely wrong on that front there. Most of what I remember from the movies that we watch are if they're a reference from either Family Guy or American Dad or something like that.
That's why he was mad about Bonsai Buckaroos, because he actually had to watch it.
Wasn't anything referenced in there? I honestly don't think that movie
There
was
is.
ever
It's,
referenced once.
Ready Player One references it.
Yeah. Let's see if they did one. No.
And the alien guy in Family Guy, he's a reference to it.
No alien guy and Family Guy.
Wait, am I thinking of the right one?
Ricky.
American Dad.
Yeah, I was
Same
gonna say,
difference.
there's an alien American Dad. Rogers.
You know what?
What?
They're the same show. They have the same art style, the same aesthetics.
They exist in the same world. I'll give you that.
Themes.
Do they really?
Yeah.
And they never had one where Chris fucked the alien guy?
The only time they had a crossover was with was when the hurricane happened.
Or Brian? Oh god, that would have been so funny.
Because isn't that the one where they did Cleveland Show, American Dad, and Family Guy?
Yeah, they all had a hurricane episode. And at the very end of each hurricane episode, it's the exact same ending scene where all three of their houses have been blown together, and Stan shoots Francine, and they all kind of laugh at him.
Wait a minute.
Because they all
You're telling me
exist
they're
in
the same?
world.
They're the same one. Isn't fucking what's his name in the CIA?
Stan?
Yeah.
And the fucking dog, he's from Family Guy, the talking dog.
Yeah, Brian, he's a talking dog. But see, they live in Quahog,
And they
in
have
Rhode
Patrick
Island.
Stewart. And Patrick Stewart doesn't come and grab fucking Family Guy's dog and give him the gravy. Not the gravy.
Patrick Stewart
It's not a sex reference. That's a reference to
plays Avery Bullock, and he's the deputy director of the CIA.
Bollick.
Yeah, but
in another movie where he's
talking
the
dogs
director,
aren't
the CIA guy.
talking dogs aren't like a crazy thing in the Family Guy world. There's other talking
They're
dogs.
also not a crazy thing in the American Dad world. They have
Well, yeah, because it's the same world.
exactly. They have Reginald, which is the talking koala, and then they
Yeah.
also have Klaus, the talking goldfish. And
But aren't both of those like humans that had their brains transferred into these
yes, so
animals?
Klaus was a Olympic ski jumper, and they kidnapped him and put his brain in a goldfish, so that way he wouldn't win against America during the Winter Olympics. And then they just found some random black homeless guy on the streets and put his body in the body of a koala to be undercover operative for them.
So you're assuming
Wait,
that
hold on.
Stan's guys all think that Brian is just
If they were to ever
that.
encounter Brian, that's just what they would just assume, that he was, because there's multiple CIA offices that do this shit, so they would just assume, okay, he's just another fucking person put in an animal's body by a different CIA office. Is what they would just assume.
And they just
Ricky,
let him
how
run
much
around in the
belief-
wild like that?
Yeah.
You know what's
I don't give a
funny
fuck.
is everybody says the government wouldn't do that, but
They would do it.
how much belief would you actually do you have to suspend to go, oh, the CIA would do that?
Not much.
Like that's the most believable part of the show to me.
Yeah. Not much.
They probably have a talking dog somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they've tried it. I'm pretty sure the Soviets tried it with the monkey. I would assume the
Yeah.
CIA would try
Whatever
it. If
the
not, what are
Soviets
my
did, we
tax
tried.
dollars
Oh god, yeah.
going to?
That was how the whole seeing thing or the out of body deal happened. Is we got when the Soviets were doing it, and then they were like, well, fuck, now we got to do it. Then they were getting like workable data out of it, which is the fucking wildest shit ever.
Yeah, and then you have the whole fucking MK Ultra experiments.
Well, those are for mind control to
Yeah,
try and
that's what I'm
get.
saying, yeah.
You know what they tried it. You know what the whole point of that was? It's to be able to get a random guy off the street, or maybe even better, a not so random guy like somebody you've been watching, and then you get them all geared up to kill somebody, and they forget doing it.
Or at least they forget who told them to do it.
Yeah, well,
It
most
turns
of them just
out
forget
it's
the whole
cheaper
thing.
to just pay a crackhead and shoot him in the face afterwards.
It
Yep,
is.
you
It
can do
is.
that too.
Way more efficient. Plus, when they're smuggling the crack in, they get money out of that too. So it's like a double whamms.
I know the CIA like does all this heinous shit, and everybody's like, "Hey, the government wouldn't do that." It's like the government was importing dope, and getting people hooked on dope to get money. They were drug dealing. Like
Yeah.
there's
'Cause-
what won't
and the
they
reason
do?
they were doing it is because they didn't want to tell Congress the fucked up shit they were doing. The
then they-
funniest shit to me is what their fucking weird experiments with the LSD, where they were like drugging random people in the office, which is just so fucking goofy to me. It sounds like they're doing like weird like hazing pranks, but it's like their experimentation. It's like, oh yeah, we've LSD'd fucking Jim over here. He's fucking losing
Yeah.
it right now.
Well, what was the whole fucking experiment where they fucking gave some fucking female researcher and a male dolphin, put them in a flooded house and give them both LSD to see what would happen? Like, what the
Oh
fuck
my.
even was up with that?
Not quite exactly what happened. So that they were. Well, this is the point of the study. They had a lady and they had a male dolphin. So they were trying to use LSD with the dolphin or with the lady, I can't remember which, to learn how to speak dolphin or to get the dolphin to understand English. This is the part I'm not clear on. How the jerking the dolphin part ended up happening, which is wild to say.
Yeah,
Dolphins are horny as fuck,
yeah.
and they want to plow. So the lady was like, rather than have to, this is the funniest part. Turns out they had female dolphins down like a floor or two or something, and getting the male dolphin down there a couple times a day was a fucking huge pain in the ass. So the lady was like, I'll just jerk him off real quick and get it over with.
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
They did not learn how to speak dolphin either.
No.
So complete waste.
Complete waste of LSD and a good dolphin. It's a shame.
The
And
dolphin's
a
fine.
perfectly usable hand job.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking wild the shit that the guy who came because there was a guy who was supposed to be doing the experiments, and what he ended up doing was he basically just took LSD and was in one of those sensory suppression tanks. That's what he did with himself. So, yep, our government, that's good spent money. Then we have like the Epstein stuff that nobody fucking has any idea what was going on with that. Nobody wants to seem to open their mouth on. Not good. So,
Well, come to find out, he actually did kill himself.
yeah, that's what the FBI said.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it like in a zoomed out way, they may have told him to stop doing something and he didn't stop. And then they had to arrest him, and that could be conceived like, you know what's going to happen when they arrest you, and maybe he knew. Like, you could pass a lie detector test with that. Like, yeah, he killed himself.
Jesus
I mean, it's
Christ.
like Eric. Don't take that fork and stick it on the breaker bar in your house. Don't do that. It's too much juice. It'll kill you. And then I'm like, yeah, well, that's you kill yourself. It's an extended, except it's more extended than that.
Yeah, it's like if you have dirt on Hillary Clinton, like you just write a suicide note.
So,
Like, just don't have that. Easy.
So I forgot how the hell. All right, so this guy that's like the main bad guy who also really liked plowing that one lady for like his. I guess she seemed to be into it. So, how the hell? What the fuck happened here? Because like this is the part. It's like was the girl was this him possessing her? What the fuck? Like
What are we
that was
talking
the part of the movie where I'm like,
I think the
scary
movie.
too.
Yeah,
We're all
movie.
confused.
Okay.
Eric's
You
confused.
just
all
kind
of
of
us.
like jumped
Yeah.
like somewhere
Well,
else.
yeah,
I'm like,
I
wait,
mean,
what are we
we're-
talking about now?
We were
Yeah, but-
falling off of the edge into
Oh.
like all the depraved shit, and I'm like, let's just pull it back to the depraved shit.
There
of
you
the
go.
movie instead.
Let's get out of real life stuff and into the entertaining movie
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think I'm not really sure exactly what the whole point of it was, but I think they were either one trying just to bring new people into the house to give the fucking ghost person someone to fuck with, or they were trying to find someone that would like be a new host for the ghost dude.
Wasn't the professor like trying to prove that ghosts exist by bringing all these people in so they get possessed and shit, and then he can make a whole bunch of money off of it?
Was that what it was?
I thought that was why the professor wanted everybody there, and it just turned
The
out
clown?
that Cindy was like the whatever looked exactly like the dude's mistress.
And so she ended up getting plowed by him after her pussy tried to kill her. Or was that before her pussy tried to kill her? I can't remember.
I think the guy plows Tori Spelling, doesn't he?
Right. He never gets.
Yeah.
He never gets to her.
And then,
She does.
and then she gets like
give
super
a-
clingy and all that shit, and then he's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
the fuck out of here!"
Right, yeah. That's like throw her
Look at
against
that
the
part.
wall and shit, and then she tries to flip it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
It's
she
just
gave him
crazy.
ghost crabs.
He gave him ghost crabs, that's right. Oh, God.
I don't know what he expected. I mean, she was sound asleep, and he shoved it in her mouth, and she didn't like recoil.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other
You know.
ghost was, I think, the mistress lady, and Shorty just took her with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's what I was confused about
Yeah.
because I was like, when's he gonna transform back into being the dude ghost?
No, that's a different ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. And then the clown, I
mean-
believe, is also something different, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ghosts in the building.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
With
Trying to
Shorty
get away from
also
him.
flipped it on the clown too.
No,
so.
Ray flipped
No,
it.
Ray
Yeah,
did
that's right. It was Ray
Yeah.
flipped it on the clown.
He's like, Uncle
Clown thought he was
Ray's
gonna
coming
get
to
something.
get you.
Yeah, nope. Jesus Christ.
So I think this is the last one with the Wayans brothers in it, and I think the trivia says that they didn't find out that they were fired from the series until the movie was just about to come out. The third movie was just about to come out. So
What the fuck?
yeah, because they wanted a pay raise. I
Oh,
guess, or
that's
something
why
like
they
that.
took a shit?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Movies could have fucking at least been a little bit better if they would have kept them.
Yeah, last film in the franchise with the involvement by director Keenan Ivory Wayans and actor co-creators Marlon and Sean Wayans. Following Scary Movie 2, executive producers Bob Weinstein and Harvey Weinstein fired the Wayans from Scary Movie franchise after requesting a pay raise, and then stole the Wayans concept pitch they made to them for Scary Movie 3. Wayans didn't even find out they were let go until they read in the trades on Christmas Eve 2001 that Miramax was go ahead with the Scary Movie 3 with a different creative team. So they were dropped after that. So
That's crazy.
which you can see the difference.
Oh,
Movie
yeah.
producers
Big
are
time.
known for being generous with money and easy to
Oh, yeah.
negotiate
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, you can see the big difference. So like, there is a huge difference when you lose the main creative for the fucking thing, in what's that called, so that you can save some money.
Yeah.
And
Well, it just completely fucking ruined the movies, honestly. 'Cause it would have been so much better if they would have kept them, and the series could have been like, imagine what the series could have been had they kept it. It could have been epic.
did he go on? Did Keenan Ivory Wayans go on to do any other parody movies like that? I mean, he did.
I don't know.
Didn't he did like White
There's
Girls and
a
stuff, right?
haunted house movie, but I don't know anything about it. I keep wanting to see it at like every Halloween. I don't know if it's a parody. So maybe it's just a scary movie and it's supposed to be funny. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. Haunted house, haunted mansion, haunted. No.
Wait, was it a
That's not-
Keenan Ivory Wayans movie? Just look up Keenan Ivory Wayans or whatever, Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
Marlon
On
Brando
it.
horror movies.
A haunted house.
A haunted house, yeah. Yeah, it says it's a parody under the thing.
Yeah,
there.
we should try this one because it might be better. So at least it's got the Wayne,
Mhm.
some of the Wayans attached to it. so,
Marlon, at least.
yeah,
Some people who know how to be funny in it.
yeah.
Well, you'd
I
hope.
mean,
You'd think.
I really wish
Cedric
they
the
would have
Entertainer.
maintained their friendship with Jim Carrey because I feel like they could have done some really funny shit with him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jim Carrey's a Canadian and they're known for being abrasive and rude, so it makes sense.
Let's see. Yeah, there hasn't been any. It did White Chicks. There's
Mhm.
a Keenan Ivory Wayans show in the 90s. Yeah, not really done a whole lot. There's I guess I'm assuming Dance Flick is also a parody movie based on Save
Oh
the
yeah.
Last Dance and stuff like that. So yeah, how many fucking Wayans are there? This one's directed by
Tons.
Damian Dante Wayans.
Holy shit.
There's got to be
I
like
just know about Damon Jr., Keenan Ivory, Sean, and Marlon.
there's like also like a Craig
They're
or Greg or something
parents.
like that.
Oh my
Really
God,
like to
Craig?
fucking really didn't like to wear rubbers.
No,
No, they're not all
No, they
brothers.
didn't.
They're sons of some of them.
yeah, they're like nephews and like
Yeah.
sons and
I
all
thought
this
they
other
were all
stuff, so-
brothers. That's
No.
funnier to me. Because I'm just thinking of some black guy who's been like, I ain't wearing no fucking rubber. Get over here, toots.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I'm hoping the new Lethal Weapon movie though. Lethal Weapon? Nope. Naked Gun movie comes out and it's good. It I mean the parody or the trailer looked pretty funny, but we'll see
Is
how it
that
actually
supposed to
turns
be
out. so.
a comedy?
Yeah, it's just it's the new.
You
So
couldn't tell by him and by Liam Neeson in a fucking dress.
yeah, he looks like a fucking Girl Scout in the very beginning, and then he like turns around, but he's still in the Girl Scout outfit, like fighting the guys in the bank. But he's supposed to be Leslie Nielsen's son,
You see.
so all takes place in the same world. We'll see how it goes.
Why didn't they call it Taken Gun and just make it a fucking Taken parody starring Liam Neeson?
And maybe it will
They
be.
could even
see.
put it in
We'll
the
see what
s-
happens.
They could put it in the same fucking world as fucking Naked Gun.
Well, I mean, it's very possible that's what the movie will
But
be.
having
It'll be
Liam
that,
Neeson
so
play a parody of his probably one of his most famous characters is, I don't know, that automatically is funny.
Could he
You
do
know,
a
it'd be
comedy
like
though?
Sigourney Weaver playing a parody of Alien, you know?
did you say can he do a comedy?
Yeah.
I mean, I think before Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen was a drama, like a drama guy. Like, didn't do anything funny.
Yeah.
So
There's an interview where he's carrying around a really fancy fart machine.
yeah, it's fucking great. And he just
And
like
I
interviews
really
and
like
like
to
makes it sound like
think-
he's farting. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like to think that there he is, like doing really, really serious drama, and he already had the fart machine and he's using it.
Yeah. And that's how
That
he
would
got.
be
That's how
fucking-
they were like, yeah, let's put him in this other thing. This would be great.
Yeah. It's just like,
I mean, probably doing parodies is a little bit easier than doing drama because, like, you just have to go a little bit over the top and be a little goofy. You know?
well, shit,
Yeah.
you know what's more fun?
It's definitely more fun, yeah. Because you're not taking it so serious.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just take it way more serious. Because those Wayans brothers are just like, you ain't fucking up my shit. You gotta be funny, motherfucker. Fucking Andy Richter's in the corner crying because he's done 37 takes for his scene. He just gets fucking reamed by the Wayans brothers repeatedly. They're over there
Man.
fucking stomping on him in the corner.
Leslie Nielsen did a lot of fucking stuff. Started in the 50s.
Did he?
Yeah. Back in 1950, and then last thing was 2011. When did he pass away? Was it 2010?
When did he do the Dracula movie? Was that one of the last ones?
No, his last thing was Stonerville. Are you talking about like where he plays Dracula, or because there's Stan Helsing, and then there's like the Dracula Dead and Loving It thing?
That one. That's
one?
what that's the last thing I remember him being in.
Yeah, so that was quite a while ago. That's
Mhm.
95.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But he was in like
I did-
some of those movies we were talking about earlier. He was in like superhero movie, and he was in Scary Movie 4. He's also in Scary Movie 3.
He is?
Yeah. And in a movie called The Spanish Movie, which is, I'm assuming, another parody. Yeah, it looks like a parody movie.
The Spanish movie?
Yep.
I miss the 90s.
This was 2009.
I still miss the 90s.
Mhm.
You get away with a lot of shit. Like
Yeah.
like fucking Robin Hood. The fucking parody one. That shit was hilarious.
So
Men in Tights?
Yeah,
Men in
Tights is
Tights.
great.
Dave Chappelle.
Man in Tights,
That
yes.
was not a parody. That was the most serious Robin Hood ever.
That was the greatest Robin Hood ever.
Yeah. It had to be the greatest incarnation of the story.
Oh god, yeah. Like honestly, it's the only one I actually fucking remember watching.
So Leslie Nielsen was in a movie called An American Carol, and he played his character as Osama bin Nielsen.
Osama bin Nielsen.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh, damn it.
Osama bin Nielsen?
That's what it
Oh
says.
my God. He just was like, fuck it, this will be funny.
That's what it felt like. I think near the end of his life, it was just that. He did like one or two movies a year
Yeah.
between 2000. Shit, man, hold on, keep going. 97, 90, dude, he just did one or two movies a year since like 87. He just didn't stop working. He always worked until near like 2009. So I think, 2009 was probably when he stopped filming stuff because he passed away in 2010.
They didn't Joe Biden him, did they? They didn't just work him to death when he was out of it. He didn't really know what was going on.
It's very possible. I've never watched any of these older, except for Superhero Movie, which I'm pretty sure he was, at least in the movie, he seemed all together. But that doesn't mean he was outside of the thing. I don't know how he was outside of the movie. But, he was able to deliver lines and shit. He
I've
wasn't
heard
like...
rumors they kind of did that to Stan Lee.
Yeah, they did. They were like forcing him into fucking conventions and shit and things where he should
They
not have
shouldn't
been
have done
at.
that. They should have just gave that guy a ton of money and just had him in his cameos because the cameos were great.
Yeah, but they wanted the money, so they were putting him in everything so they could take the money.
Oh, Marvel or the family members?
Whoever his like caretaker or whatever the fuck they were called, handler. That's the word I was looking for.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a
Worse
family
to be
member
an
or if it
old
was like
actor
somebody
than
that was
fucking
hired.
now,
So,
never mind.
yeah,
That's rough.
kind of shitty.
Shady ass dickheads.
Yep. All right. What rating did you guys give this movie?
Oh shit! I have to come up with a rating.
Crazy, huh?
Well, I didn't think about it at all. All right, let me think. This isn't the funniest movie ever. This is like a what rating do you guys think out of 5 is like a movie when you're flipping through channels back in the day when we had channels, and then you see it on and you're like, I'll just watch the rest of it.
I'll
What's that?
say
That's
A
I'll
two and
say
a half to a 3.
yeah, I'll say like 2.5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
like
gonna give
anywhere
it a 2.5.
yeah.
Solid 2.5.
I'd say like this is like an easy middle of the road, like center ground kind of like rating movie. Like it's obviously not the greatest movie out there, but it's not the worst, you know?
I agree. 2.5 stars.
Ricky?
Yeah, I'll give it 2.5 stars.
Oh, high rating for Ricky though.
That's the highest rating he's ever done.
Oh my god, you
Swear to
always
God,
say
dude.
that when he goes.
Because last time it was the last highest was 2.
Like the last time
Has
I
he
read,
ever
I
done a
think-
3?
Yes,
Yes.
he's done a 4.
Ricky did
Yeah.
a when?
It seemed like it was in the last year. It was like,
He
what?
picked her up at the bar.
Yes. Oh my god,
Exactly.
that was
Hey.
pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Four's
She was a
Meatloaf
solid
too.
4, man. With beer goggles, she could almost pass for a 5.
I gave this movie 3 stars. What'd you give it, Robert?
2 baby hands.
2 baby hands.
It's just true. That guy should be in more. Like, I hated that guy in a couple of shows he did, but then he did like Schitt's Creek, and he was rolling shit,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
he's in this, and I'm like, they need to figure out whatever the fuck that makes this work, and just have this guy be in more shit.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, like remember back when they had the cartoons where they had like Snarf,
Yeah.
or like that the pussy guy on He-Man.
Yeah.
That was like a cat guy too. They need to have him in shows as like the aggravating neighbor or the
Yeah.
like a Dwight, but more petty and funny. Like when he takes the doors off in the fucking motels in Schitt's Creek, he's just like, "Fuck you! I'm stealing your doors. You want to be disrespectful? You're not gonna have any fucking doors, dickheads."
Can you imagine
And I'm like-
encountering someone so petty that they're just like, I'm not going to take anything personal to you. I'm going to take your fucking door. Fuck you. That is far more of a fuck you than taking someone's personal items.
You should watch Schitt's Creek.
Like, it honestly is.
It's a funny show. You should
Yeah,
watch it.
I mean, to be honest with you, Ricky, I'm not that like. I'm pretty close to being that petty. If I didn't have like a smidge of self-awareness, I'm not saying I have a lot, but there's a tiny little bit. And if I didn't have that, it'd be pretty bad. I'm like, you know what?
God.
I'm gonna drive there and I'm gonna take all their lug nuts off, and then they'll be driving down the road and their fucking tire will fall off, and they'll be like, "Oh, my tire fell off."
Robert's gonna.
That sounds like in like full on felony
Mhm.
fucking attempted murder range there, Eric.
Robert's gonna piss
All you
Eric
have to do
off
is
there,
leave
and
one
Robert's gonna
on.
come home to his front door's missing. Like, nothing's gonna be taken. It's just his front door's gonna be gone. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
I would assume Blue did something to it.
Tore it off its end.
Yeah.
Find it out in the
How
woods
does
somewhere.
Mark just unscrew it?
Figured out his fucking face fucking could knock it out and then just drug it off somewhere.
Just imagine Robert's waterboarding his dog. Tell me how you unscrewed the screws. Tell me. I know. And then Robert is
Oh my
the CIA shows up.
Oh,
he's not one of
I'd be down there
dogs, leave
asking
him
the
alone.
neighbors if they took the screws off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Blue knocked the fucking door off the hinges. But it looks like someone took the hinges and unscrewed them, so I don't know.
Damn it.
They're like, no, a fat dwarf guy showed up and he took the fucking door off. We'd be like, what? The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, damn it. All right. So next week.
I
is
don't know.
not-
That might not be a good plan because I got neighbors, and they might be like, "Who the fuck are you? What are you doing?"
I
with
look
my
just
neighbor's
like you.
door?"
It'd be fine. I'd be like, no, my
Yeah.
brother's getting a new door. I'm taking it off for him. And they'd walk away 100%.
Maybe.
Got to do it with confidence.
Exactly. If you act like you're supposed to be there, man, no one pays attention.
I'm the king of doing that. I get away with tons of shit.
Yep.
I think I should. I think I belong anywhere just at a base level. I'm
So
supposed to
base
be there,
level.
and everybody fucking else isn't. That's what being an Anderson is all about. Robert's
This
the
is-
same way. He does the same shit I do.
This is
We
how
learned
this
that
is,
from our dad.
This is how-
I actually am supposed to be there, though.
See?
There's a difference.
this is how the Andersons wind up finding themselves somewhere in a fucking nuclear reactor somewhere where they're not supposed to be.
And Batman shows up and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?"
All right. So next week's movie is my choice, and we're gonna watch the 1986 movie Cobra.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
nice.
1986
Go, Adrian!
Cobra. The 1986 Cobra Mustang?
No, just Cobra was Sylvester
Cobra.
Stallone.
I thought we were going to be watching a car for a
Yes,
few
Kelly.
hours.
Oh, there's a rad truck in it. I think.
It's a pretty cool car.
Is there a
This
car in
one?
it too? I
This
don't
one?
know.
Yeah, the car that he drives around.
This one right here, Stu?
Yeah.
Looks
This
like
one.
with the license plate Awesome 50.
So it's rated R, so there might be at least some side boob, but I don't know. It's a pretty old movie, so there might not be side boob.
It's a lot of people getting killed.
Oh, is that why it's R?
And it's Sylvester Stallone being
Parents
badass.
Guide.
If
Yeah,
it's-
sex and nudity, none.
Yeah, if
I
it's
think
rated
I've
R,
watched it.
there needs to be at
before.
least one boob.
I might have been drunk when I watched it because I don't remember a lot of it except for Stallone being badass.
Yeah, well, still, though, if it's rated R, there needs to be at least one boob in there.
Yeah, Ricky.
Needs to be a requirement for rating a movie R.
I see something
Ricky,
about butt,
you-
no butt
you have-
crack, but butt cheek.
You have
What,
a
does that
fucking
of a
internet,
lady?
Ricky.
I
You can
guess
walk
it says
through
a side
all
view
day,
of a
like-
dead woman's body is briefly visible.
Oh,
No
dead
butt crack
lady?
shown, but most butt
That
cheek
sucks.
from the side from a distance. Sorry.
Oh.
They said butt crack. I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Kelly.
Dead lady's butt
I tried.
cheek.
All right. So next week we will talk about the movie Cobra. That'll be it, though. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Talk to you
Robert's
next
gonna
week.
do that so many times.
7:00 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday.
Specific time.
Not specific, Pacific.
Specifically
Uh,
at 7.
Yeah, that's right. Um, over on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. And then check us out Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be playing some video games on twitch.tv/Turgeterplays and youtube.com/Turgeterplays. That'll be it, though. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.
Helldivers.
See ya.
Bye.
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 Steve, it looks like we're playing Helldivers because that was